I'm pretty sure you know what is the MBTI personality test, but if you don't, it stands for the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Basically, you just do this whole test, answer questions, and then it puts you into different categories. Now, the last time I did this test, I was in high school, I think, probably 15 or 14, and the type of personality that I got is ENFP. So anyone that has the ENFP, they're called the campaigners. So I feel like it's been more than 10 years since I did this test, and I have grown so much in 10 years. So many things has happened in my life. So I want to redo the test and see if I am still an ENFP campaigner or I have changed and evolved. Not gonna lie though, I am kind of scared. But before we even do the test, an ENFP campaigner, extroverted, intuitive, feeling. So apparently the campaigners are true free spirits, outgoing, open-hearted, open-minded. I would say, yeah, I still do associate myself with some of these words, but I don't know. I don't know. This just feels like I'm exposing myself to you, but you know what? I don't really mind. Also, look at my friends, Stitch Baby. And this is the snake, which is the mascot from my company's Chinese New Year celebration this year because it's the year of the snake. Isn't he the cutest? I love him so much. Just gonna keep him right there. No, don't fall. Let's start the test. You regularly make new friends. I really don't. I don't meet a lot of new people to a point where I make friends, you say hi, but that's about it. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple, straightforward ones. Disagree. I like straight to the point. I'm a straight to the point kind of person. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than factual arguments. Ooh, this one's difficult. I'm going to go down the middle because I'm very factual, but I'm also very emotional and I try to find the balance in everything. So, yeah. Your living and workspaces are clean and organized. I kind of disagree because not all the time. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. That's me. I feel like I lose it over simple things, but then when it comes to serious things, I'm very calm. On to the next. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. It's a hell freaking yes. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yes. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Not really. I have done it only a couple of times, but I feel, especially if it's someone cute, I can't. I get a little shy. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. Oh my god. This is gonna make me sound like an absolute mean person, but sometimes yes. I feel like you can be going through a lot, but sometimes you need to know how to manage your emotions and put things aside and get things done, especially when you're working in a team. That's what I think. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Disagree. I really worry about the first impression that I make because I really do believe that the first impression is the most important impression. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Yeah. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. I am like the world's biggest pessimist, by the way. I expect the worst, so I don't get disappointed. So I'm always prepared. That's just how I operate. You enjoy solitary hobbies and activities more than group ones. Kinda. I like working in a team, but everything else I like to be by my own. I go out for movies alone. I bring myself out for lunch and dinner alone. I don't have an issue sitting alone. I actually really enjoy it. I think it's so peaceful. It's so nice. It's so calming. And yeah, so I think I really do enjoy being by my own. I love my friends. I love my family, but I do enjoy my solitary time. You often end up doing things in the last possible moment. It's hard, agree. I'm 50% through the test. Let's see. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. When I was younger, 100%. But then now that I'm older, I really do thrive with a schedule. So I'm going to go with the disagree. I don't find it as challenging. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Disagree. I always second guess. But I still push through. Your friends who describe you as lively and outgoing. Agree. You avoid making phone calls. Disagree. I call everyone. You can easily connect with people you have just met. Yes. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Kinda yes. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Damn, I feel like this test is like calling me out. Yes, I'm still bothered by mistakes that I've made a long time ago. Hard to let go. I feel like I'm very hard on myself. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Disagree, I am interested. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Disagree. Now, the reason why I said disagree, right? I have always struggled with motivation and procrastination. It's hard for me to get things done. And I want to say that I am lazy, but maybe there are underlying issues that I don't know lah. But what I have noticed and the change that I am feeling now that I am older is I don't rely on motivation to do things that I'm supposed to do. I am trying to cultivate discipline more in my life. So let's say I wake up, I don't have the motivation to do something that I am supposed to do. You know what? It doesn't matter because discipline is going to push me to do it anyway. And I feel like that is a more conducive, more practical method for me and the kind of personality that I have. So yeah, it's been working for me. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you. Hard disagree. It's actually the complete opposite. When I think highly of someone else, I start to wonder how long it will take for them to disappoint me. You often feel overwhelmed. Like every damn day. Wow, what a question to end it all. You feel confident that things will work out for you. The answer is hell freaking yes. I've been feeling very positive recently and I've been loving it. And I'm so thankful to be in this headspace because, yeah, I've been in horrible ones and it just doesn't feel good. Oh my God, we're getting the results. Guys, my personality changed from the last time I did the test. So I told you earlier that when I did this about 10 years ago, I was an ENFP, the campaigner. But now, apparently, I am the protagonist. ENFJ. So here's what it's saying. As an ENFJ, I possess a unique blend of charisma, empathy, and idealism that sets me apart in any crowd. Oh, okay. My natural ability to inspire and lead others is matched only by my deep-seated desire to make positive impact on the world around me. Yeah, that's true. I have an uncanny knack for understanding people's emotions and motivations, often sensing what others need before they even realize it themselves. I would like to think that I'm that kind of person. My gift for communication allows me to articulate my visionary ideas with passion and conviction, drawing others into my orbit and motivating them to join my cause. I thrive on meaningful connections and have remarkable talent for bringing out the best in everyone around me. However, my idealistic nature can sometimes set me up for disappointment when reality falls short of my lofty expectations. Yikes. You know what? I've experienced that so many times that I've lost count. So that's why I don't have expectations anymore. I kind of bring myself down to earth and just chill out and let things play out the way it's meant to play out. Oh my God. My empathetic nature is both my greatest strength and my greatest weakness. While it allows me to form deep, authentic connections with others, it can also leave me vulnerable to emotional exhaustion. Damn. I may find myself taking on other people's problems as my own, sometimes at the expense of my own well-being. Yikes. As a natural born leader, I have the innate ability to rally people around a common goal. My enthusiasm is infectious and I excel at creating harmonious, productive environments. However, there's always a however, right? However, but I may struggle with criticism or conflict as my desire for harmony can sometimes lead me to avoid unnecessary confrontations. Oh my God, this thing is calling me out. Guys, I'm so scared of confrontation. It's something that I'm working on, but it's so difficult, but I'm trying my very best. But yes, I feel like confrontation is so normal, but I just feel like I shut down every time it happens, you know? But yeah, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to be better. Learning to balance my idealism with pragmatism and my care for others with self-care will be the key to my personal and professional fulfillment. So obviously, I got a little bit scammed because to unlock the full results, I need to pay. But oh my goodness, the fact that I switched from an ENFP to an ENFJ is wow, I need to read up more on this. Thank you so much for joining me on this very eye-opening experience for myself. I feel a little bit exposed, but you know what? I feel like so many people kind of know my personality anyway, and this was such a great lesson on getting to know myself a little bit better because I'm reading some things and I'm like, wow. Bye!